Hello everyone, the Time for a Jedi here, and today we're going to talk about Knights of the Old Republic. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the gameplay or the graphics. It's an older game, not much can be said there. It's not going to be the same quality as games are today. And if that's the only reason you want to play a game and you're not going to go back and play this awesome game just for those 2 points alone, I feel sorry for you. Because yes, the graphics are old, the gameplay is a little bit out of date, but you know what? This has great music, great characters, great story, and really puts you into the expanded universe of Star Wars. So let's go ahead and take a look at Knights of the Old Republic.
Taris is defenseless against our assault, Lord Malak. They are offering no resistance. The city is in ruins.
Resume the bombardment, Commander. Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
Alright, so, the music. Music is good. Have you ever heard anything Star Wars with bad music? Even, what was that movie called? It was pretty terrible, and but it had pretty good music. I can't remember right now. Let's talk about voice acting. The voice acting is great in this. Great. Don't know why I whistled there. The voice acting in this game is on point as well. Now, the aliens, though, it's going to be kind of different because they basically used just random jibble-jabble and for each alien species. And basically just put it all together and you have the dialogue block, and that's really all you gotta pay attention to that, or else you might miss a few things. But other than that, the dialogue's great. Except, again for the aliens, the seal calves. Oh, their voices haunt my dreams. Oh. Just imagine that. When they talk, it sounds like they're spitting. And you just imagine, like, when you're having a conversation when you might want to bring a towel. Oh my goodness, and when you're in the courtroom, oh my goodness. I thought the Wookiee home rule was bad, but seal calves.
You can't get me, little fishy. Nothing here. I'm safe behind my walls. Investigate? You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walk and fish next. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food.
And the Selkath went insane and started killing everybody. I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me. No. That's what the others said. Mercenaries like you, but they're dead. The Selkath ate them. Lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the Kolto is. Few fishies there, but many fishies in between the water. Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishies, though, they just got hungry. Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the characters. The characters, top notch. Now let's go ahead and talk about, these are really no specific order, but I'm going to give you a quick little rundown. First of all, you had the main character, which is a blank sheet. This is an RPG. You make your character, you make your choices as you go. So really, you put yourself into the character. Not much can be said there. Then you have Cartho Nassi. Cartho Nassi, he's a kind of cool character, except when after a while you gotta work on him. But other than that, he is pretty interesting.
Particularly, I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most. Saul.
Then you have Bastila Shan. Sheen. I hope I'm saying the last name right. Probably not. Now, Bastila, the prodigal of the Jedi Order, with her battle meditation. But she is young and arrogant, and a lot of that goes to her head. So you can kind of see where this is going.
A Kinrath pup. It most certainly is not. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues.
Then you have Mission and Zalbar. Cool characters, but doesn't seem like there's much really there. Like when you go to Kashyyyk, there is a cool thing that happens there with Zalbar, but after that, he doesn't really have much to say. And the same thing with Mission, with her little side quests. After that, not much. So they're kind of like on the low spectrum of characters. Sorry, guys.
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be times when you've thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
Canderous, the Mandalorian bounty hunter who was once a proud Mandalorian warrior. This is basically the badass. The guy who's like, shoot first, ask questions later. Let's get the job done kind of guy, you know what I mean? So, Canderous, and also he has great war stories. So there's a lot going on with this character.
Tradition. I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
T3. Just a, how's the best way to put it? An off-brand R2-D2. In fact, you know what? I wouldn't even compare him to R2-D2. He's meh. So he is kind of on the lower spectrum of characters for me. Now, HK-47. This droid, I love this droid. Oh, yes. This is a droid who is, well...
Translation. 98% probability that members of the Miniature Organics tribe are being held by Sand People Master. Doubtless, he wishes assistance. Translation. 2% probability that the Miniature Organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master.
And he is pretty psycho. How psycho? Well, he refers to all living things as meatbags, and the only person he has respect for is, well, his master, who becomes us when we purchase him.
Objection. Worn out? Listen, you talentless organic meatbag. One word from my master and I will pull you apart, limb from useless limb.
Great character, awesome droid, and he has very, very hilarious dialogue. And the way he interacts with certain characters, it's just great. If you have a dark sense of humor, you're gonna love this character like I do.
Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master?
Juhani. Once a fallen Jedi, redeemed, or sometimes if you don't have enough charisma to talk to her, she might... But I'm not going to go too much, but she is a potential ally to you. Now, she does have a dark background. as in like she has a dark, tragic backstory. And talking to her, and she has, let's see, how can I put this? She is struggling, and you can feel the struggle of her dealing with the dark side. And I think she is a very compelling character, and you just gotta love her. She is great. So, she's pretty high up there on the spectrum of characters I like.
Easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
Jolie. This guy is a gray Jedi, and he is one of, well, you know what? He is on the top list, the high tier of favorite characters that fight with you and all that. He is a cranky old man, and we love him for it. He has great stories from his times of the use, his views on the Force, the dark side, the light side, the Jedi, the Sith.
Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand. Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too. Or this could have just been gurgling noises.
Now, let's talk about the story of Knights of the Old Republic. This takes place years before the Republic has just been dealing with a war with the Mandalorians, and they're not in the best of shape at the moment. Though they won the war, a new threat arises. Darth Revan and his apprentice, Darth Malak, come in out of nowhere with a Sith fleet, and these guys were Republic heroes. Fallen Jedi who helped the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars. The Sith have returned. And the Republic is not in good shape for this. Bastila Shan and another group of Jedis board Darth Revan's ship in order to take care of him. Well, during the fight, Malak fired his ship on his master's vessel. Seeing an opportunity to take out his master, and not only that, but a few Jedis as well, with Darth Revan out of the way, Darth Malak could take his place as the Dark Lord of the Sith. You wake up on the ship, the Endor Spire, and you are woken up by this glorious man right here, who sacrificed his life so you can make it to the escape entrance. After escaping, you land on a world, try to escape that world. Terrace is the world that you're stuck on. You gotta try to escape. And then suddenly, bam. Malik and his troops open fire upon the world, completely turning it to dust. So if you worked hard to help out a bunch of people on Terrace, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because they'll all be gone. After escaping Terrace, the gang decided to head to Dantooine to take Bastila back to the Jedi Council that she came from. From there, the Council wanted to speak with you. It's from there that you learn that you have Force capabilities, and they want to train you, even though you are too old for training. After going through training with the Jedi, you become a Padawan. But not long after that, you're sent on a very important mission. The Jedi Council need to figure out what exactly Malik is up to.
This must be what Revan and Malik found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
So Bastila and the people that you're teamed up with must go out and find the star maps.
Tatooine. Kashyyyk. Manan. Korriban.
The star maps lead to a powerful structure. They may have the Death Star. They may have had the bigger Death Star, or they may have had a planet called Star Killer Base. Real original. But this is called the Star Forge. And what makes this so different from those super weapons? Well, it doesn't create a beam of energy destroying a planet. However, it does something else. And also, if you think about it, makes a lot more sense and might be way more useful. What's it do? Well, it creates ships. It creates battle droids. It uses the life force from a nearby star and then creates a massive supplies. So, this thing is pretty powerful and can beat the hell out of a Death Star. I know I said it and you people will be like, but the Death Star! Well, you know what? You think about it, the Star Forge, way better. So you must go to each planet to try to find these star maps. And then, after you're done with the fourth one, finding that, you escape. Suddenly, here comes Leviathan, Malik's flagship. You were captured.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind in your case. I barely recognized you.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see you.
After trying to make your escape, after being imprisoned and tortured, bam, you realize Malik, he encounters you, and he lets you know the truth. Suddenly, it's all clear. You are Darth Revan. During the fight aboard your ship, after being fired upon by Apprentice, you were knocked out and unconscious. The Jedi on the Council pretty much erased your mind and tried to use you to find the star map or figure out what the plan is of the Sith. After Darth Malik comes at you, be like, now I can take my revenge. You're like, alright, bring it! And during the middle of the fight, but then you rejoin and fight him again. And after Vascula sacrificed herself to make sure that you all escape while she fights Malik.
Jedi! I'll hold Malik off. You two get out of here. Find the Star Forge.
No, Bastila, he's too strong. No!
For that, you're able to escape Leviathan. You make your way and discover the other star map, wherever it may be, and make your way to the location of the Star Forge. But however, though, you're not going to be able to make it. You're unable to make it to the Star Forge and have to crash land on a strange alien world. This world is inhabited by the Rakata, an ancient race, and it is they who built the Star Forge. The Rakata, who once hold great power in the galaxy, using the dark side of the Force, but now their empire has been destroyed. Destroyed from within, from a great civil war. And this is what remains of them. But it's there that you learn that Vascula has turned to the dark side. And there you get the ultimate choice. Either you stick with your companions and see the mission through to save the galaxy from the Sith, or you can turn back, betray your friends, and join up with Vascula to defeat Malik and take your place as the true Sith ruler. But all that depends on you.
Three squadrons through. We've broken their lines.
Within Knights of the Old Republic, there are so many choices you can make. And this is one of the big things that I love about this game. It's really fun to go back through and play different playstyles. Be good, be bad, or be somewhere in between. Play around, learn more about the galaxy itself. This is what got me to love Star Wars even more. To have a more in-depth appreciation of it. What started my love to go in deeper into the stories of heroes of old and of the future. Of villains trying to conquer the galaxy and the heroes who come up against them. The fight between the light and dark. And for this game, I have to say thank you. So I hope you all enjoyed this little review of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is September for a Jedi, signing off.
Now have another tale to weave into the grand history of our eternal order. The redemption of Revan, the prodigal knight. Wherever you go, you will be recognized as the saviors of the galaxy, the heroes of our age. But you must remain ever vigilant. For one day, you may be called upon yet again to defend the glory of the Republic against the tyranny of the dark side. For this is the destiny of the Jedi.